I think that's a common mistake now. I think a lot of people tee it a bit too high and come off the top of the club because they move in and descend down on it. But generally the ball position... Hi everyone, Murdoch here, hope you're well. Now I thought I'd remind you again of the ball position for your driver. Driver and 3-wood, your longest woods. I always find the easiest way for my clients and myself to determine a consistency of ball position with driver is introduce it with left hand on first. This gives you the feeling of setting up behind the wall. Now the wall I talk of, I mentioned in my plumb bob drill, and this reminds me again, guys, please warm up well. I'm going to assume you all do. My hands on shoulders drill and my plumb bob drill are the two best drills for the backswing and through swing to understand your limitations. So please do this daily. You have to do it every day because your range of motion will change. So assuming you've warmed up well, setting up left hand on first. This sets the scene to pace your feet into position and get you the feeling of the wall. The wall being the base where the ball is, to my left heel, shoulder, top of the left arm here, where I'd be when I perform my plumb bob drill. I'm now behind the wall with the majority of my body. So if you set up with the left hand on first, you get your shoulders aligned well too. You can see your knees, your hips, feet. Now the next thing is width of stance. Now this will depend on what you've done earlier with your hands on shoulders drill and plumb bob drill. Now you might find that it changes. If your range of motion is very good here, you can turn well, you can be active off your right side. If you're good here, you can go a little bit wider with your stance. But generally, be careful of that. Be careful of being too wide. So I want you just to look at that as your first note. I'd rather you be a little bit narrow and also grip down the handle a little bit with your driver. Because as we get older, our range of motion is going to be less. We're not going to turn as far back. Our load point can be the same, but as long as you turn behind the ball, it doesn't matter if you're a little bit 3/4, just narrow the stance, grip down the handle. But generally the ball position will be just inside the heel, where you can feel you can attack it while staying behind on a sweeping action. Slightly up. Don't tee the ball too high either. I think that's a common mistake now. I think a lot of people tee it a bit too high and come off the top of the club because they move in and descend down on it. If you've got a slightly lower tee peg and that slightly across it move, you'll still get the middle of the club and a little bit of distance. You'll try and encourage a cut shape off that. But anyway, here we go. Set your body up behind. You can now sense from being in this accurate position, not only your alignment good, the hip bump, the spine tilt slightly behind where the target is. Target's here, my slight tilt backwards. You can now feel in this position that when you make a turn, that you'll be behind the ball, loading on the inside of that right foot, turning into that right hip. Everything feels good. Everything feels good from doing the hands on shoulders drill. Then you can feel good about attacking for your next thought, which is striking it. That is your goal, gents and ladies, is striking it. Making your best move after limbering up to understand your limitations, your best move for a strike. Right, here we go. So, I'm setting up. I feel good. Good contact. Go find it, do it again. So, just check that. Width of stance will depend on your flexibility, and that's all I'd consider, perhaps on a weekly basis, depending on your range of motion. Do my drills, understand your capabilities, and go from there. Thank you so much for your support. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care.